Jay, I should have never mentioned the air conditioner in my last video. Henceforth, my reply to your comment has not come. I will get around to that. It may be a video reply, but we turned on the air conditioner today and I heard that the fan wasn't turning, or the fan wasn't turning on the condenser unit here, but I could hear the compressor, and I killed power to it before the whole system exploded or whatever could happen if the pressures developed and no airflow was there to clear them. So I've got things disassembled. Here's the schematic wiring diagram. Here's the top unit, all the fasteners, the ducting piece of sheet metal there that makes the fan more efficient. Continuing into the house, here is the problem. I've disassembled the motor. I determined with an ohm meter that there was no continuity between the, and if you looked at the schematic diagram, the brown, or in this case the one on the right, or yellow, and the black wire. The brown goes through the capacitor, the yellow is direct to the motor, but you could get continuity between this yellow wire and the brown wire, but not either of them, or both of them, to the black wire. So I disassembled the motor. I first did check the start capacitor on my capacitance meter, and it checked just fine, or rather the run capacitor. Here is the problem. The lead going, one of the leads going to the thermal fuse, I believe, just is burnt up and charred. There was a little section that actually fell out. Let me see if I can find that. Focus.
Here's JR
but yeah, it fell out. But there is why the motor had failed. Just what I get for mentioning this thing. But it made me realize that these bearings on these things aren't all that high quality. As far as I can tell, this is just your average sleeve bearing. At least I think it is. Yeah, it's just a sleeve bearing. Super high grade, super high quality. Even Eureka vacuum cleaner motors on their better ones are better than this. But it's a GE motor. I'll have to get around to replacing that. As can be told from our clock, it is past small business hours, so you'd think we'd have no air conditioning till tomorrow. But you'd be wrong. I'm going to set the top back on the thing, and my industrial box fan, which produces enough cubic feet a minute that I think it'll be sufficient, I'll just set it on top of there, and the problem will be solved. My father thought that whatever this whole issue was at the beginning, he could just correct by spraying the whole arrangement down with WD-40, and I told him that would completely destroy various parts of the motor, and it wouldn't be all that great. The only thing I used WD-40 for was to get the fan off of the shaft. If I were to be repairing this motor, I kind of thought about cutting that off with an X-Acto blade and seeing if I could just solder things back on. I don't think I will. That's not a really long-term fix, but I would definitely re-lubricate these bearings using either 3-in-1 red can, blue can, or Zoom Spout, of which I have Zoom Spout on hand. So this is why I haven't replied to your comment, Jay. Very sorry. I'll get around to it sooner or later. I know you have a lot of questions about the sprinkler system and other things.